Hey guys, am I crooked? That looks more crooked. That looks real crooked. This don't look right. What? What did I do? I'm done touching it. Anyway, I look real short and you can see my whole messy bun. It looks terrible. But anyway, today we're gonna play Hot Takes. So, we've played this twice before. Once with my boyfriend, once by myself, and we are doing it solo again. So, this is the party game of spicy opinions. So these two I've already done, but like Lyft is better than Uber. You would agree or disagree or talk about it. Or Snapchat should bring back where you can see people's best friends and you would agree or disagree or talk about it or whatever. So we've done actually quite a few of these. It looks like the only ones that we have to do are this pack here. Looks like we've done all the others, which is crazy. That seems like we've done a lot. So, alright, let's see what we have. How am I doing? I guess I'll talk about that in another video. I'm doing okay. I have a doctor's appointment on October 1st where we will find out if, I guess, my organs are doing okay. I don't know. We'll talk about that in another video, I guess. Coin. So, my back's been hurting so bad. It's been hurting really bad recently. Nick says that I've been like hunching over a lot because my stomach issues. So I need to cut that out because I'm hurting really bad. All right, number one. Okay. Money can buy you happiness. Yes, it can. I think it can. I've heard a lot of people say, like, you know, I should be grateful for this position that I'm at, like celebrities and stuff, and be like, why do I not, like, anybody would kill to be in this situation. Why am I still so unhappy or whatever? But all of my issues, personally, like 90% of them are money related. So if I had a lot of money, I wouldn't have all these issues and I wouldn't be so stressed out all the time. And I just think life would be a lot easier and a lot better if I had more money. And that's just the truth of it. As you know, I've had a therapist and a psychiatrist for a while now. We're trying to get everything figured out, and they were just informed, apparently, that my new insurance is no longer in network. So again, money can buy happiness, because if I had money, I would be fine with staying with my psychiatrist and my therapist, but I can't because I can't afford out-of-network costs. So, guess I'll die. That's my answer for that one. PDA is gross. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to see if this chair can go up any higher. Now I look normal. PDA is gross. I think it depends on what kind of PDA. I think hand-holding and like a little bit of huggy, maybe a kiss on the cheek, that's cute. If we're talking like groping and making out, disgusting. Yeah, it really depends on what you're doing, because like there's certain PDA that I think is adorable. Like, yeah, like a hand-hold. Nobody can't say anything bad about hand-holding, but yeah, if you're like dry humping, like, stop. So yeah, I don't think it makes a difference who's doing it. It's just like the kind of PDA. disgusting when it's too much. Tap water is better than Dasani. Dasani is the nastiest water I have ever had. I don't get it. It's like spicy. I don't understand it. But also I'm on like nasty city water, so it's disgusting. So I don't think any of them are very good, but I mean, at least Dasani can be cold, but like, why is it sparkling? Like, you open it and it like hisses. I don't know about that drink, but you do you. I don't drink purified if I can help it. Okay, the chicken came first. Depends on whose egg you're talking about. If it's the chicken's egg, then yeah, the chicken came first. If you're talking about the egg that laid the chicken, if you're talking about the egg that made the chicken, then the egg came first. Either way, today I saw someone make a chicken cake with like the different colored feathers and everything. It was very interesting. I like chickens. They're really cute. Superstitions are real. As someone who owns a black cat, I don't think so. I don't know. I don't see how superstitions can be real. Like, all the cracks I've stepped on, my mom's back is intact. You know, what are other ones? Something about salt. No, none of that is real. It's stupid. And it honestly is sad because a lot of black cats are overlooked because people are like, oh no. You're dumb. You're dumb. You're dumb. Zoos are unethical. So I haven't looked into it enough to know what is really unethical about them. Like, if it's all like a sanctuary kind of thing and they all like can't exist in the wild, then I don't see what the problem is. But if they like plucked them from their parents in the wild and like tossed them in a tiny little box, like, that's awful. But do we know where their animals came from? Do we know where the specific animals came from the zoo? Like, do we have that kind of information? I don't know. I haven't been to a zoo in a really long time, but I do go to SeaWorld, which is another big issue with people. Like, that's one that people are mostly like, have you seen blackfish? I have seen blackfish. But if you've been to SeaWorld recently, it's a lot less interactive with the animals. They don't go in with the animals anymore. It's a lot of like training from the outside and showing you on big screens why they're doing what they're doing, where these animals came from. Like, they changed a lot since Blackfish. And I really like animals. As you know, I'm an animal girl. So like, I want to be at these places where I can see these animals where, like, how else am I going to see a beluga whale? No, nowhere. Like, or a zebra, or whatever. You're never going to see these things anywhere else than in some kind of zoo enclosure thing. So, they may be unethical. I don't know anything about it. Blissfully unaware. Apologizing is weak. No. Apologizing can actually be like one of the hardest things to do. I think apologizing and actually meaning it is that's commendable. That is something that strong people can do and weak people cannot, because they think they're too good to apologize and they don't take accountability for anything they do and they're idiots. So no, apologizing is not weak. If you do something wrong, you need to own up to it, and it's great if you actually mean what you say. And apologizing is great, and sometimes people really need to hear that. That can really change a situation for you. So there you go. Sweet potato fries are healthy. They're not healthy and they're not good. I don't like sweet potatoes. I used to eat like that sweet potato casserole stuff with with the marshmallows on top, but I would just eat the marshmallows, and I liked the crunchy bits. So I never liked sweet potatoes. It tastes like dirt, But like sweet dirt, it doesn't make sense. I don't like it. And the sweet potato fries are not healthy. They're still fried. So, but I'm sure they're healthier than like potato fries and stuff like that. So, by proximity, I guess they could be considered healthy, but I don't think they are a healthy food. They're not broccoli. You know what I mean? I had broccoli last night. It was very good. Kanye West is overrated. I think he needs to be dethroned. I think he needs to go away. I don't think he is talented at all, and he's an idiot. And everything he says is stupid. So, you got a lot of money. You've done a lot of stuff. It's time for you to retire and go away. So, maybe. It's always worth it to leave the party earlier than everyone else. I don't think earlier than everyone, but like I wouldn't want to be the first to leave because that's a little awkward everywhere I go. But like, I'd rather be one of the first to leave rather than one of the last. I'd rather lose out on like some like fun and like leave a little bit early and know that I get home safe and don't overstay my welcome. That's another thing that I really have a problem with is like, I don't want to be annoying to someone else, and I don't want someone to be like, I really wish you would leave. And also, I have a short battery life, and when it's gone, I gotta get out of there. And there were so many times growing up when I would be at some kind of event with my parents, and I would like, tap my mom's leg or something and like give her a look like I want to leave. And I would be having to be there for another like 2 hours. And I'm like, I'm going to jump in the ocean. Like this, I'm losing my mind. When I'm done, I got to get out of there or like I'm getting mean. So, for me, it's better to be one of the first to leave just because like, one of us is going to not want all of us to be here anymore in this situation. I got to get out of here. And I've always been like that. Like, literally, I'd be like 5 years old, and I'd be like, Mom, I want to go. And she's like, hold on. Hold on does not mean 2 more hours of this. I want to go home, Mother. So, sometimes it's easier to just, like, get a babysitter, too. Like, I didn't want to be here in the first place, but now it's been like 5 hours and I need to get out of here. So, everyone should go to therapy at some points in their lives. I think so. I think it should be something that maybe is talked about more in school because we had counselors at school, but they didn't really do anything. So, if like the counselors had some kind of like, hey, I'm the school counselor. If there's anything you want to talk about, here are some prompts. Something like that. Be more open with everyone else and like make your presence known. I first went to therapy when I was 5 because I was in a tornado and lost everything, and that's traumatizing. So I think especially if someone has a traumatizing event in their childhood or in their any time, they need to be given the chance to go to therapy. Lots of stuff happens in life, and sometimes it's hard to deal with it on your own, and these people are paid to deal with your issues, so I'd rather complain to them than someone who I could lose or something. Like someone who does that, they don't owe me to listen to me talk about my issues. These people I pay to talk about my issues with them. So I'm going to go with them, and I'm going to stop complaining to the people around me. So I am a nicer person. I understand things better that's happening in my life, and everybody's happier when I'm in therapy. So try it. It's nice. Men should get just as long parental leave as women. But did they birth it? Is it there? Baby? That they birthed? I don't know. See, this is, I don't know, because it would be nice for the mom to not be alone with the baby after like a week when the dad goes back to work. But also, like, it's not like it's a vacation. And I feel like the dads would be like drinking beer or something. Like, I don't know. Maybe, but I don't know. Also, I don't want anything to do with kids, so I don't know. I don't want my own baby. I don't want to have my own baby. I would like to adopt an older child, and that does not have a parental leave. Sometimes they do have adoption leaves where you get to bond with the child, which is nice, but parental leaves are interesting. Not really. I don't really think they should have just as long as women. I mean, women are doing everything. In 90% of the situations, the women are doing everything. The men are just sitting there. So, honestly, sometimes it's better if you just go to work and get us a paycheck, come home, I'll give you the baby, and I'm going that way or something. I don't know. But I've never had a baby, and I've never been on parental leave, and I know nothing. But I think women, if given the choice to give a man another week off or give the mother another week off, I'd give it to the mom more so than give it to the dad, because your body was ripped up and you just went through something traumatizing, and now you're in charge of this whole human. And I think parental leaves in general should be longer, but I don't think men really. A couple days, a week, but like not like a month. What are they doing? They're not healing. But I don't know. Sound off in the comments. What do you think? Should men have as long parental leave as women? What do you think? Family is the most important thing in life. My family, my mom and dad, they're my besties. I don't think this is true for everyone, though. If you were brought up in a bad situation, any kind of abuse, there are so many different things that can happen in your life when you're a child growing up. Family, I don't think, is the most important thing in life to everybody. I mean, relationships, if they want to put it that way, like friendships and family and romantic relationships, people being close to you is the most important thing in life. But I don't know about just family. And when they say family, do they mean like your close family you grew up with, or do they mean like you starting a family? Is starting a family the most important thing in life? If that's what you think, then I don't believe that. But I would say people are the most important thing in life, humans. But family, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if they are. Like, just like human interaction is the best part of life. I don't know. I'd rather be too hot than too cold. Here's the thing. I live in Florida. It's very hot. AC is very cold. I am never comfortable. I'd rather be too cold than too hot, though, because you can only peel off so much clothes till you want to rip out of your skin and die. So I'd rather be too cold because you can always put on another layer. You can always get a little blankie. But you can't rip your skin off. And there's something about being hot that it gets me so panicked that I don't want to be in that situation. I'd rather be too cold. All right. The aisle seat on the airplane is better than the window seat. Here's a fun thing. I have anxiety. I get really anxious on airplanes. The last time I was on an airplane was like a year or two ago, and I went from Orlando to, Sanford Airport to Asheville, North Carolina, and the whole way I was hyperventilating. the whole time. The whole time. I didn't stop. So, for me, I was lucky because we didn't have anybody in the middle. I was in the window seat, and then there was nobody next to me, and then someone was in the aisle seat. So that was nice because I had someone who was over there, and there wasn't someone right here next to me, because if someone was right there next to me, I probably would have passed out. But also in that kind of situation, I would rather be in a window seat, because if I was in the aisle, everyone would be watching. And with me in the corner, like, nobody could see me except the other people in that aisle, in the seats. And then they just go, what a freak, and they mind their own business. So, I don't know. If you're a normal person, the aisle seat sounds awesome, because you have more leg room on that side, and you can, like, move your arm a little bit more. I would hate to be in the middle. Sounds like my worst nightmare. I do not want to be in the middle seat. I would hate everything about that. So I think the aisle seat is better than a window seat. I wouldn't really want to be pressed against the wall if I didn't have anxiety. So I don't know. I'm all over the place. So you should always tip 20%. I usually do. If someone is extremely rude and stupid and I hate them, I don't tip them, or I tip them like 5 cents. If someone goes above and beyond, they will get more than 20%. If it was a normal day, everything was normal, I got my drinks filled, my food came, they checked once to see if I was okay, they're getting 20%. If I'm sitting there, and my cup has been empty for 10 minutes. Where's the server? I don't know. The server has nothing to do with how your food tastes. If the service is bad, hello, server, where are you? My drink is empty. You did not come by to ask how was the food. I need something. I've been needing ketchup for 20 minutes. You're not getting 20%. Especially if you come back and you just, like, clear our plates and leave the bill, you're getting like nothing. It is absolutely 100% on the server how they get tipped from me. We just had a great time at this one restaurant. So we went there, and happy hour ended at 6, and it was 5:59, and I was like, can I order? And she was like, oh, yeah, you have a minute, go ahead. And she's like putting it in, and then, like, it went in at 5:59, and I was like, whew, thank you, girl. So we sat down at the bar and waited for our food to come. We each got a drink. We were just hanging out, enjoying the night. Realized it's been 40 minutes. Where's our food? So I asked her, hey, can you check on our food? It's, is the food coming up soon? They did something where the guy came out and he was like, I didn't know where this was going, so I just pushed it to the side. So you thought, instead of, look around, there's so many people who work here. You know what would be great if you asked the people you work with, hey, where does this go? Instead of pushing it to the side so I didn't have to wait for an hour to eat my food. That was your fault. That was not the server's fault. The server was great. She was everywhere. She was running around. She was working so hard. She was doing a very good job. It was absolutely not her fault. She did what she was supposed to do. Be a server. So it took like an hour for us to get our food, and all we ordered was wings and a flatbread. So, anyway, the food came. It was delicious. She kept apologizing. We didn't care. Like, we're like, okay, whatever. And then she ended up comping the food, and we just had to pay for our drinks. So I tipped like 30%. on what the original cost of everything would have been because she was so wonderful. Like, she didn't have to do any of that. I did not ask her to comp anything. She deserved a big tip. She did a very good job. That guy who was cooking the food didn't deserve a tip because he thought, let's just put this to the side and not cook it. You're a cook. Cook the food. Ask around you, where does this go? And then cook the food. So yes, if you're a good server, you are getting a big tip. If you suck, you aren't. So, I just think that's how it should be. You make $2 an hour before all your tips. But how many times have we gone through, let's give them a regular amount of money so they don't have to rely on tips. They want their tips because they make more money that way. You make more money if you get paid $2 an hour and you get paid in tips. So if you want to be whatever, if you want to do whatever, you want a good tip. You need to be a good server. It's not something that's a law. It's not a law to give you 20% of my bill. Why is it so weirdly in here? This is weird in here. Anyway, it's like the sun. It's not a law that I have to give you 20% of the bill in a tip. And if you don't deserve it, you're not getting it. But if you do deserve it, you're getting like 30% because I like you. Bodybuilders are healthy. I don't think so at all. I think all of that is unhealthy. I think maybe it's healthy to, I don't know, work out and eat healthy or whatever, but the extremes that they go to is very unhealthy to me. I've seen these, I'm sure you have too, these videos of people literally standing on their heads to make sure that they have the right amount of weight to be in this category or something for wrestling and stuff. That is so unhealthy. That's gotta mess with you so much, and none of that is healthy to be that crazy about how much you weigh, what you eat, all that. No, that's freaky, honestly, freaky. So that's the last one that I'm gonna do. I don't know what is going on with this light. It's crazy in here, but I hope you enjoyed this video. I like doing these hot takes. You might disagree with every single thing I'm saying, but I'm having fun, so I hope you are too. So, if you want to see more of these little videos, let me know in the comments down below, and I'll see ya in the next one. Bye!